Today I'm going to show you how I made my little ghosts that they're made from pixels and connected to the X-Lights software. So you can program all of the pixels to any color you want. You can make it do anything you want. And these are my little guys here. So they'll hang onto these wires, and then there's 9 pixels inside of there. And then they'll light up to, well, whatever I want them to do. I'm going to chain, I think about 6 of these together. And I'll show you how I made them. I'll also, in the during Christmas, I'll take the sheet off and it'll just be a bulb. Show you what the bulbs look like. You buy these at Home Depot. They're just Christmas bulbs. All right, I'll show you the process I go through, my version of them. There's other people on YouTube that do these as well. I haven't seen a whole lot of videos of how these are done. There's a lot of people that will post pictures and things, but if it helps anyone, here you go. All right, so here I have a 5-foot pigtail connect. I get those from Wired Watts, although you can get those on Amazon and a bunch of other different places, but that's where I get them. And I'm taking the bulb apart. I'm basically just gutting it. I'm taking all of the screws out of there. I'm taking all of the parts, every single wire, all the battery doohickeys that are connected to. The only thing that is left when I'm done is plastic. So now I'm drilling the holes for the pixels. I think they're 12 millimeter pixels, although that is not a 12 millimeter drill. I don't have any metric drills, so it's just the next closest thing. Seems to work. It's very thin plastic, which is why I have it under a board. If you take a big old drill bit like that and go real fast through it, it just will rip out the hole and it won't be a nice smooth hole. So if you press it against that wood as you lightly drill through it, you get a nice solid circle. Now here I'm using 9 pixels. So in each little battery compartment area, I drilled out 3 holes. And then they just pop in just like that. So in those other 2, yep, I just sped that up real quick because nobody just wants to see me drill. But you see there, now I have 9 holes. And I'm wiring up the 5-foot pigtails because I wanted my ghost to hang about 5 foot apart. So I put them in the middle of the 5-foot pigtail, and that way each one will hang about 5 feet apart from each other. So here I'm using the, I think they're called PG7 cable glands, and what those are going to do is once I drill that hole there, they're going to make the cable watertight, so you can put the cable wire in there through the gland and it'll tighten it up and keep it watertight. Not that I don't even know if it matters that much if water gets in there because everything is pretty much waterproof that you're dealing with already, but it makes for a nice clean look and it does keep the water out for the most part, I believe. Here you put the first half of the gland on, so it stays outside of the bulb there. Just realize, don't put them both on. You gotta put it through there first. There we go. Now you put it on so that way it'll snug up tight to the green part of the bulb, the top. Now it's time to wire up everything. And remember, when you're wiring this up, there's a data flow. So you have to make sure you're wiring that up into where you see, at least on these particular pixels or any ones I've ever used, it says right on there whether on which side, whether you have the voltage and the ground and the data. Because the opposite side of the pixel won't have anything, and you don't want to have your inflow going to the part that has nothing showing. You always want your data to be going to the part where you can see the little voltage and the ground and all that stuff. It'll be a big mistake if you wire it backwards and nothing's going to happen after you put it all together. Now I'm just cutting everything up, connecting them, soldering them, and we'll heat gun the little wire shield thing. And now on the other end of the bullet pixels, you want to make your outflow line. So I'm going to do the exact same thing basically. That will go back out of the case, and then of course goes to your next bulb. Well, in our case, ghost. All right, so now it's time just to make sure the pixels work. Always run a test, because it just sucks when you put everything together, you think you got something done, you go hang it up on, in my case, on the roof, and then it doesn't work. So always set up a little testing base there so you can make sure the pixels are working and you got the data and the flow going the right way. And there it is, just pop them all in the little holes, squish her down in there, and then there's the screws you took out that holds that little piece in place. You just put the screws back in, and that's about it for the light portion. Now, I just ordered these ghosts from Amazon. You can get anything really. I just wanted the face on there. It's about 30 inches, 3-foot sheets. And you do the same thing. You gut these out. There's a little bit of styrofoam inside there. You cut that out. And now my camera's about to run out on here, so I didn't realize it till later. You cut that hole, which will slip right over that bulb. I put a little bit of hot glue around the top just to make sure it stays, but I'm going to cut to it here any second. And that's the finished thing. And then you just screw that green top back on, and that's done. And here it is on a display on our business. We have a big Halloween and Christmas display on the side, and we just added the ghosts this year. And all those ghosts will then be Christmas bulbs for the Christmas display.